Our next guest is a reporter at ABC News by day and Superman's son by night. He's a real-life Clark Kent with an excellent new documentary called Superman, the Christopher Reeve Story.
Daddy's in his off-road vehicle.
My dad taught me how to ride a bike, which is quite remarkable considering he wasn't able to move.
How does it feel to be riding your bike, sir?
Good.
If someone had told me before my injury that you could teach a kid to ride on his own just by talking to him, I would have said that that was impossible.
In my case, catastrophic event was probably necessary to change my perspective.
Please welcome Will Reeve.
Hey.
I would imagine people call you Clark Kent a lot, right?
I don't have the glasses.
Yeah.
I've got better eyesight, and, you know.
But you don't have laser vision.
No,
No.
I don't. I possess no
Or
powers.
X-ray vision.
No.
None of that stuff.
No, I got none of it,
You just
man.
have regular old 20/20
Just
vision.
regular old
Yeah.
20/20 and a can-do attitude.
The documentary is very moving. I'm sure it is for you, too,
Yeah.
probably, especially.
Yeah.
Did you were how old when you lost your parents?
I was 12 when my dad passed away, and then 18 months later, my mom, Dana, passed away.
So these videos, to go through these videos, had you seen all of them, or were there things that you learned watching them?
Yeah, well, sure, I learned plenty. Basically, my participation along with my siblings, Matthew and Alexandra, we share a dad, was to hand over all of our home movies and agree to sit for interviews. You saw me sitting for mine there. And then we said, go make it to the filmmakers. We just put all of our trust in them, and our trust has thankfully been rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of what we had, I didn't really know. I'm the disorganized one of the three of us. My sister is the bookkeeper, as it were. So I hadn't seen anything really. I remembered the moments because there was always a camera around.
Right.
But a lot of it from before I was born was a real gift to me, because I hadn't seen any of the behind-the-scenes Superman stuff and all of that.
Right. Yeah. Did you think your dad was Superman at any time?
Like, as far as any child thinks that their dad is Superman, like I'm sure Billy thinks that you're Superman.
Nope, doesn't.
Oh, well, as much as most kids would think
at
their
all.
dad
Yeah. I would
is
like him to
Superman.
think I was Superman.
Right. Well,
he doesn't.
to let me help you out there. All you have to do is be emotionally and physically present in his life, and you're good to go. Because that's all my dad was to me. He was just there.
Right.
He supported me. He loved me. He encouraged me.
And your mom was pretty great also.
Oh, my God, my mom was the best. And there is no Christopher Reeve story without Dana Reeve.
How much have they raised, the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation over the years?
Yeah, the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, leading organization for spinal cord injury research and supports quality of life care for individuals affected by paralysis. We've raised over $150 million for research and tens of millions more for quality of life care, which means helping people in the moment deal with this new terrible reality. My mom had no handbook when my dad was injured. She was about the age I am now. I'm 32, and she was about 33, 34. She was thrust into this void, this abyss of, oh my God, this man I love is paralyzed.
Yeah.
There was no handbook. You didn't know what to do. And she helped create the handbook that's now in hospitals and rehab centers around the country.
It's pretty, sometimes you wonder, like, did this happen for a bigger reason? You know?
And I think my dad wrestled with that question a lot. And I don't really know what answer he came to or my mom came to. I lost them too soon to get to that level of conversation with them because I was 12 and 13. But I think that their purpose on this earth will outlive them and has outlived them for generations.
And besides it being emotionally moving, the documentary, I personally, Superman, that was one of my favorite movies, and seeing all those clips is so exciting. And then even just learning about the behind-the-scenes movie stuff, like that your dad was not the only person. Your dad was not known when he was cast as Superman.
No.
And there were famous people who wanted that job, including, I was delighted to learn Neil Diamond wanted to be Superman. which, you know, would have looked something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, now, you know, your dad was good, but Neil Diamond would have
I
been
know. That's a universe I want
Bruce
to live
Jenner, or Bruce Jenner at the
was,
time
yes.
wanted to be Superman, and Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted to be Superman.
Yeah. He was considered, but the accent was too tough. To
Oh,
get
really?
over.
That would have been, he wouldn't have said, I am from Smallville.
I'm not even going to attempt my Arnold impression.
Is there anything that you like that you wish had been included in the documentary that was not?
Well, sure. There's so much footage from all of my dad's life and from my life as well, and it's a really intimate portrait of a very human story, and that means a lot to us. But I think there's plenty that never was filmed and just daily life. One thing that I really wish that I had been either alive to see this or someone had filmed it. This was way pre-TMZ days. My dad was already known as Superman, and he was in New York, and he was a regular guy. He took his bike around and went into a coffee shop or something, I think the story goes, left his bike outside and noticed out of the corner of his eye someone had stolen the bike. And so he sprints out of the coffee shop and chases the person down, throws them onto the hood of a car, and the person looks up and goes, "I'm so sorry, Superman." And like, I really wish that there was footage of that. It would have been a delight.
You have a cameo in the Superman movie that's coming out, huh?
I do. I don't know what I can say because they sent me a page of the script. And every single thing, except for my tiny little bit, was redacted.
Right, sure,
So I
yeah.
have no idea what I was doing. I know I showed up and that I'm far more Clark Kent in this scenario than I am Superman. I left the world saving to the professionals.
Do you know if Sebastian Stan is Bucky Barnes or the Winter Soldier?
I don't believe
You don't
so.
know, okay.
No, I'll
all
have
right.
to go back and check.
Okay, well, you are a reporter. Maybe get to the bottom
Yeah, right.
of
I got to
that.
go investigate.
Well, it's very good to have you
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
It's Superman, the Christopher Reeve Story. It opens nationwide. This is in theaters, right?
So this is what I'm thrilled to announce. Today, September 25th, would have been my dad's 72nd birthday.
Wow.
And
wow.
so this is all a lot for me to process that I'm here with you on this day. We've had some special screenings today in theaters, but this is it's been so well received by critics and by audiences that thrilled to announce that Superman, the Christopher Reeve Story, will be getting a wide release, nationwide, worldwide, October 11th. So just hang tight for that. It's going to be 20 years plus 1 day since he passed away. Nice little piece of symmetry. It's a story worth seeing.
There you go. Will Reeve, everybody. We will be back with Los Lonely Boys.